Welcome to English Journey. Today's lesson is not about vocabulary, it's not about grammar rules, and it's definitely not about talent. Today, we're talking about why your mouth is not ready to speak English even when your brain already understands it. Let's start with a simple truth. Part 1. Why your mouth, not your brain, is the problem. Most English learners believe they already know what their problem is. They usually say one of these things. I don't know enough words. My grammar is weak. I'm afraid of making mistakes. But in reality, for most learners, none of these are the real problem. The real problem is much simpler and much more physical. Your mouth is not trained to speak English. You may understand English very well. You may recognize words when you read them or hear them. You may even understand movies or videos without subtitles. But when it's time to speak, something strange happens. You pause. You hesitate. Your speech becomes slow. Your mouth feels tight. This happens not because you are bad at English, but because speaking is a physical skill. Speaking is not thinking. Let's compare speaking to driving. When you first learned how to drive, you had to think about everything. When to press the gas, when to brake, how to turn the wheel. At first, it felt stressful and unnatural. But after enough practice, your body learned the movements. Now you drive without thinking. English speaking works exactly the same way. But most people never train speaking as a physical skill. They train it like a school subject. They read rules. They memorize vocabulary. They listen to explanations. But they almost never train the mouth. English lives in the mouth. Your tongue, lips, jaw, and breathing patterns were trained for your native language. Every language uses the mouth differently. English has long vowel sounds, clear consonants, strong and weak syllables, specific rhythm and stress. Your brain may understand English sentences, but your mouth has never practiced producing them. So when you try to speak English, your mouth is confused. This creates tension, slowness, insecurity. This is not fear. This is not lack of intelligence. This is lack of muscle memory. Why children learn faster than adults. Children don't learn languages by studying grammar. They learn by repeating sounds, copying rhythm, and speaking out loud all the time. They repeat the same sounds hundreds, even thousands of times. Adults stop doing this because they feel embarrassed, they want to speak perfectly, they think repetition is childish. But repetition is not childish. Repetition is how the body learns. The most important rule of this course: if you don't say it out loud, you don't own it. You can recognize a word silently. You can understand a sentence silently. But you cannot speak without producing sound. Speaking requires air, voice, and movement must be trained. Exercise 1. Mouth Wake Up. This is a basic daily exercise. Open your mouth and say slowly, ah, a, e, o, oo. Say each sound clearly. Feel your jaw. Feel how your tongue moves. Now say these combinations: ba, pa, ma, ta, da, na, ka, ga. Say them slowly and loudly. This is not for pronunciation perfection. This is for activation. Actors do this. News presenters do this. Native speakers did this as children. Exercise 2. English Rhythm. English is not spoken word by word. It is spoken in rhythm. Say this sentence: I want to go to the store.
Notice the strong words. Now say it faster. I want to go to the store. This is real English. Your brain already understands this. Your mouth must learn it. Homework for Part 1. Every day, speak out loud, activate your mouth, and repeat simple sentences. If it feels uncomfortable, that is a good sign. Discomfort means learning. Key idea of Part 1. English fluency is not about knowing more. It is about automatic movement. Train the mouth, and speaking becomes natural.
Part 2. The daily 15-minute mouth training routine. Now that we understand the real problem, let's build a solution. You do not need hours of study. You do not need complicated materials. You need structure. This part is written like a textbook lesson. Follow it step by step. The golden rule. 15 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week. Consistency builds muscle memory. Minute 1 to 5. Sound contrast training. English has sounds that are difficult for many learners. Repeat these pairs out loud. Ship, sheep, bit, beat, full, fool, pen, pan, cup, cap. Say them slowly, clearly, and loudly. Do not rush. You are teaching your mouth to feel the difference. Minute 6 to 10. Sentence imitation. Now we move from sounds to sentences. Repeat. I didn't expect that to happen. That makes a lot of sense. I'll get back to you later. I'm not sure about that. Say each sentence slowly, normally, faster. Do not stop for mistakes. Flow is more important than perfection. Minute 11 to 15. Rhythm reading. Read this out loud. I was actually thinking about calling you earlier, but then I realized it wasn't really necessary. Read it again, then faster. Focus on stress and rhythm, not individual words. Why this works? This routine trains clarity, speed, and confidence. Your brain relaxes because your mouth already knows what to do. Daily reminder. Speaking English is physical practice. Do it every day. Part 3. Stop thinking, start responding. Many learners cannot speak fluently because they think too much. They think about grammar. They think about mistakes. They think about accent. But real communication is fast. Native speakers respond automatically. Reaction training. Answer immediately. Coffee or tea? Coffee. Busy today? Yes. Ready? Almost. No full sentences. No explanations. Speed matters. Survival phrases. Repeat daily. I think so. Not really. It depends. Probably. I'm not sure. These phrases keep conversations moving. The 3-second rule. If you don't answer in 3 seconds, you're thinking too much. Simple answers build fluency. Part 4. Real-life speaking simulations. Now we practice real situations. Small talk. Repeat. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. You? Busy day? Yeah, a bit. Repeat until it feels boring. Boring means automatic. Store situation. Hi, can I get this in a medium size? Do you have this in another color? Say without stopping. Phone call. Hi, I'm calling to confirm my appointment. Is tomorrow available? Phones are difficult. That's why we train them. Part 5.
the 30-day English Mouth Transformation Plan. Now let's put everything together. Daily plan, 15 minutes. 1. Mouth warm-up. 2. Sound training. 3. Sentence repetition. 4. Rhythm reading. Weekly task. 1. Record yourself. 2. Listen once. 3. Continue. No judgment. After 30 days, you will notice 1. Faster responses. 2. Clearer speech. 3. Less fear. 4. More confidence.
Part 6. How to turn daily mouth training into real conversation. Up to this point, you have learned something very important. You have learned that speaking English is not about intelligence. It is not about knowing more grammar, and it is not about having a perfect accent. Speaking English is about transfer. Transfer means this: what you practice alone must appear automatically in real life. Many learners practice English, but they practice it in a way that does not transfer. They read silently. They listen passively. They repeat once or twice and move on. That kind of practice feels productive, but it does not change how you speak. In this part, we are going to focus on bridging the gap between daily mouth training and real conversation. This is where fluency actually starts to show. Why practice often does not appear in real life. Let's be honest. Many people say, "I practice every day," but when I talk to people, everything disappears. This happens for one simple reason. Your practice is too safe. Safe practice means slow, perfect, controlled. Real conversation is fast, imperfect, and unpredictable. If your training does not include speed and pressure, your mouth will panic in real situations. So now we add one missing element: controlled pressure. Exercise 1. Speak before you feel ready. This exercise is very important. Choose a simple sentence. For example, "I'll get back to you later." Now say it clearly at normal speed. Good. Now say it again, but faster than comfortable. Do not stop. Do not correct yourself. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is continuation. This teaches your mouth one key lesson. Even if it's not perfect, speaking must continue. Real conversations do not wait for perfection. Exercise 2. One thought speaking. In real life, you do not speak paragraphs. You speak one thought at a time. Practice this. Say out loud, "I think so." Pause. "That makes sense." Pause. "I'm not sure about that." Pause. Each sentence is complete. Each sentence is enough. This removes pressure. Fluency is not long speech. Fluency is clear, fast response. Exercise 3. Delayed thinking. Many learners think before speaking. We change that. Answer first, think later. Practice with these prompts. Ready? Yes. Busy today? A bit. Can you help me? Sure. No grammar analysis, no sentence building. Your mouth responds, your brain catches up. This is how native speakers speak. How to practice without people. Some learners say, "I have no one to practice with." That is not a problem. You can train speaking alone correctly. Here's how. Choose a daily situation: ordering coffee, answering a phone, greeting someone. Say the lines out loud. For example, "Hi, can I get a medium coffee, please? With oat milk." Say it once slowly, once normally, once fast. You are training automatic response, not dialogue. The role of repetition, very important. Repetition is boring, and that is exactly why it works. When something becomes boring, it means your brain no longer struggles. Boring means automatic, familiar, and safe.
You want English to feel boring, not stressful, not exciting, boring. Because boring English comes out easily. How long until you see results? Many learners ask this question. Here's the honest answer. If you practice 15 minutes a day, out loud, every day, you will feel changes in 10 to 14 days. You will notice faster reactions, less fear, clearer pronunciation. Not because English changed, but because your mouth changed. Very common mistake to avoid. Do not wait until you feel ready to speak. Readiness comes after speaking, not before. If you wait for confidence, you will wait forever. Confidence is built through repetition. Final lesson of this part. Speaking English is not a performance, it is a habit. Habits are built daily, simply, without pressure. Train your mouth daily. Speak before you feel ready. Let mistakes pass. That is how real English appears. You don't need more English, you need more speaking movement. Train your mouth every day, and English will stop feeling difficult and start feeling natural. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.